Hey guys, I'm Aerithia and this is Ori and the Blind Forest Definitive Edition by Moon Studios. This is one of my favorite games. I played it once before, I think maybe a few months after the first edition came out, but I haven't really played it since because I was kind of waiting to do this for the channel as soon as my PC could handle it, and I think that is now, I hope. Because this is the first real Let's Play that I'm doing for the channel, I want to tell you just a little bit about what kind of gamer I am. For me, it's all about the story, and this one has quite a story. I like to be pretty thorough and take my time. I know this game isn't that new, but if you're watching even though you've already seen it or played it, thank you so much, that's really awesome. And if you don't know this game at all, it's amazing, so enjoy, and I hope you guys give it and me a chance. I'm really new and a little bit nervous, but I think it will be fine because I really love this game. Alright, let's do this. I'm going for normal difficulty because, like I said, for me it's all about the story and it really doesn't do anything for me when the enemies just only die a lot harder. Also, it maybe doesn't seem like it, but it's pretty challenging as it is. Alright guys, here we go. I love how seamless these cutscenes are. This is Swallow's Nest. And I don't know much about the DLC, but I'm really curious to see what it will bring. I do know a little bit about that it's about this character, Naru. So we'll see if we get to know some more about her. He's so cute. He reminds me of Stitch in a way. Alright, so I'm gonna be quiet for most of this because there is a lot of story going on right now. Alright, so something happened to this world, right? Um, Something made this world all corrupted and decayed, so to speak. So we need to find out what happened, and it's really a sad beginning for a game, isn't it? It's kind of crazy. How can you make all your characters die right from the start? At least Ori got revived, but yeah. So this is where we came from, and let's just explore ahead. Now I do know a lot about this game already, but it's been, I think, about 2 years, 1.5 years, something like that. You found a small spirit light container. Spirit light has been added to your spirit bar, let's call it that. Find more spirit light containers to quickly gain ability points. So yeah, I don't know everything anymore, but I do some secrets that are hidden behind walls like that. I definitely know the start of the game very well. It made quite an impression on me. You found a life shard. Collect these to restore your vitality. You found an energy cell. You can now collect and use more energy. Remember that you can use energy to create a soul link and save your game. So we're getting to know all these items you can collect right away. This is the way you save the game. It doesn't save automatically, which was quite an adjustment, I have to say. I think nowadays we're so used to games just auto-saving. You found some spirit light. When you fill the bar, you gain an ability point. So this is basically our experience. My strength is returning. I am Sign, light and the eyes of the spirit tree. I was lost in this glen when she loosened her grip. I can guide you on your journey if you allow me to come. But be still, can you hear that? They must have followed you here. So Sign is gonna help us fight creatures. That's very nice when you level up or you gain an ability point. It just kind of gives you an AoE explosion type of thing. So the light shall return to me. These words the spirit tree once said. In the glade past the caverns we'll find them. There's a path up ahead. So this is the map when it's all zoomed out. And we have this kind of map that we need to fill in. I really like that. I kind of feel like I want to do map completion because of that. Also, I do know you can just actually get all the abilities in the game and everything that's out there I'm gonna try to get. So I'm gonna try to get it close to 100% probably. I don't know if it's gonna work because I do know you only have one chance in temples and you can go back. At least that's the way it was before the DLC came out. So we have an ability point and we're gonna use that. Now I'm not gonna take you through all of these right away. We'll just basically take it step by step, but the most noticeable things that I definitely want to get is water breath that allows us to breathe underwater without a timer. Let's see. You can pause it if you want to see it all, but we'll go through them once we progress in the game. I do want Spirit Magnet right now, I think, because that way we just don't have to worry so much about picking up everything and they float towards us, which is really good for the start. So this is a little bit about game completion. You can find all this unlocks stuff on your map, so to say. This is all about attack, and these are things that has to do with your energy. Not all, but let's go for Spirit Magnet right now so we can just really profit from all the experience we get right at the start. I don't have background noise cancellation on my mic, so I'm sorry if you can hear my controller. I'm playing with an Xbox One controller, just if you're wondering. But I'm gonna try to quiet it down a little bit when I'm editing and when I'm not talking at least, because otherwise you won't be able to hear me, and that wasn't smart. I'm almost dead. I can't save yet. So if you die, you have to start from where you saved last. Spirit wells are ancient structures that were used to quickly traverse all of Nibble. The light of the spirit wells will also replenish your strength whenever you're weary. So we can warp between those, I believe, but I never really done that because this game just makes it really easy for you to backtrack and stuff like that, and I don't mind at all. But maybe for purposes of a let's play, it could come in handy, so you won't have to watch all the same stuff over and over again. We'll see how that goes. Nice, another ability point. Let's save, let's spend it right away. This one is really nice. You can reuse your soul link, so the save thing that we just made, and it shortens the cooldown timer. Allows you to shoot 3 flames before recharging, so right now we can only do 1, I believe. Right now I think attack is just fine, so let's do Rekindle. Now we can actually reuse these and don't have to spend an energy cell on it. You found a keystone. Keystones are used to open spirit gates. Remember that each spirit gate will require a different number of keystones. So we need to collect a few of those to get through those doors, which you'll see in a little bit. I think it was up here. Yeah. So for this door we only need 2 of them. Some we need 4. The spirit gate blocks us. They were built for protection before the days of decay. The required keystones must be nearby. To reach the spirit tree we must pass the spirit caverns that lie beyond this gate. So we already collected those, of course. Oh, and something I do is I always tend to save when I see a door like this or pick up more energy cells. Just to remind myself that I have to save often. Really often, actually. I don't have one right now, but... Blackroot burrows. I think that's new. But that's where we came from. So that's probably the place Naru is from, right? I think that's what the DLC is a little bit about. So I don't know much about that, but let's see on the map. Because we came from here. And that's probably... There's probably gonna be a way to get to Blackroot burrows, because I don't believe you can get back to where you saw the cutscene. When I played this last. Skip this whole piece of the map. That's no problem, we'll get there. Let's get to the spirit caverns. I'm probably gonna make a lot of strange noises. So again, we need 2 keystones. There's only one way we can go. Oh, you can just hit me through that. Thought it would block it. No. You found an energy shard. Energy shards restore power to Ori's energy cells. Sorry if I stumble every now and then. English is my first language, so it's gonna be a little bit tough every now and then. For those of you who don't know, I'm actually from the Netherlands. Let's go down here first. Ori, this is a mapstone, one of the many ancient markers created to chart the forest of Nibble as it grew. There's a piece missing. If we can find a mapstone fragment, we might be able to repair it. Always check if there's something else on the other side. We can't get there yet. The fast movement in this game is just amazing. I really love it. Makes it such a good platformer. Also, like I said, it's really about the story for me, but the gameplay is actually really great. With all the skills we're gonna pick up and abilities, it almost feels like you really fly through this whole world at the end of it. You go so fast and you have so many different ways to get around. Oh. It's a good time to save. So something I definitely want to get as soon as possible. Right now we don't really need it yet because we have enough health, but you have creating a soul link restores 1 life cell, which is really nice. So you can save each time you think you might need a little bit more health. But for now it's just the start of the game. As you can see, we get many of those little health plan thingies. We can't get there yet, of course. We actually don't know a lot about our own species. Maybe we find out a little bit more in the DLC as well. That would be awesome. The light of the spirit tree lives in all of us. He's the reason we're alive. He's the reason we grew. When he called out to find you many years past, we were attacked, wounded, and killed by our foe. Now these ancestral trees are all that's left behind. Come closer now and feel the light of Phil, the spirit inside. You've learned wall jump. To use this ability, push the stick towards the wall and press A continuously to leap upward. It's a really nice skill to have right away. This is our menu. If you don't know, if you haven't seen it, these are all the skills we can gather next to all the abilities, which is gonna be great. This is how long you have played, the percentage of how far you are in the game, a death counter, which I'm not crazy about because I tend to die quite a bit in games. I'm not really that careful. I'm kind of an aggressive gamer in a way. So these are the bigger spirit light things we collect, I believe. These are energy cells, these are life cells. And world defense, so that those are basically the dungeons. Right. This first episode is probably gonna be a little bit longer, just because the story took quite a bit in the beginning, and I do want to show you some gameplay. You found an energy cell. You can now collect and use more energy. Remember that you can use energy to create a soul link and save your game. So this is gonna repeat, and I'm not gonna just read it again and again, of course, but for now it's good to know the game. But yeah, I think normally episodes probably gonna be around 30-40 minutes. This one is probably gonna be an hour or so. Maybe 50 minutes. Let's see how far we get. Oh, I could reuse that one that I just made. Doesn't really matter. So yeah, like I said, I do want to regroup. You could also... We're not really bothered by health just yet. Map markers is actually really nice. For now I think I know where most of the stuff is, so quick flame is probably the best. Let's just take it easy a little bit and take a little bit of everything. Wall jump is awesome. Do we need to go up there? I think that loops around. It's kind of amazing. Oh, what's that? It's kind of amazing how much I remember. That's really not something typical for me. Often I just tend to forget a lot of details, but I guess this game really did make an impression on me, huh? Some more spirit light. Let's see, I don't remember the rotation, so let's take it a little bit slow. Can I make this? Can I make this? I want to make it. Oh. I think the animations of Ori are just so great. All the little jumps he makes when he leans against something like this. You can just see him slide down a wall or grab onto a wall. All these little details. That just basically said that you can pull the lever. Or is it lever? I really don't know. And it's starting to bother me a little bit. Can you guys let me know, is it lever or lever? Because I always said lever, but then I heard a lot of people say lever, and now I'm confused. Two enemies at the same time is not a great idea. Just yet. Not just yet. So we have the map stone. Let's bring it back. Enemies do respawn, which is fine. It's actually a really nice way to gather some experience from Spirit Light. So now we can see what we're actually dealing with, and you see we need to go to the spirit tree over here. To get there though, we have a little way to go. Could be great if I could finish up the episode over there, so let's continue on. We already checked what's on this side, right? Yeah, that was the keystone. We have two of them, so now we can bring it back to the door and we can move on to the next part. So this game doesn't seem so heavy for your computer to run, right? Because it's basically a lot of background and still images, but there's a lot of particles going on as well. Plus the cutscenes are pretty heavy. Oh, this. Ooh. Thought that was gonna go wrong for sure. Don't really need that, but I always feel like I have to get everything I see. These energy gates were sealed by the spirits of the past. If we collect enough energy cells, they will open a path. So you can see sign goes in the middle and we need 4 more energy, yeah, I already forgot how they were called, but energy cells. You can see there's one down here, but we can't get there quite yet. There's a big laser beam blocking that. Well, let's just move on because we don't even have 4 energy cells yet. Ooh, just in time. I saved so I could refill it right away. Let's wait for him to shoot. Didn't really have to. We have one down here. And that's 4. Alright. That's pretty well so far. Can we make that? Ooh, just in time. Ori, the spirit tree, he must have used his last of his strength to save you. Come now and hear our story. It was the night of the light ceremony. It was our light that she hated. You received the spirit tree's light. He put our fate in your hands. Listen carefully now, for you must understand. The spirit tree sustained the three elements of light, and in turn they brought balance and kept Nibble safe. Nibble? Nibble? The element of waters high atop of the Ginso tree. The element of winds deep within the forlorn ruins. Element of warmth beneath the fires of Mount Horu. To restore Nibel to its former self, we must rekindle their light before it's too late. The first we will find beyond the spider coves, atop of the tree where the waters once flowed. So that's our next location. We need to get to that Ginso tree. So that's all the way over there. I think we have a little bit more time, right? So let's move on. I know on this side there is a path that is blocked for us. We can't go through here yet, so shouldn't want to because it's way too hard for us right now. I think it's called Valley of the Winds. That's where the second temple will be. I don't even know what you say for this game. Temples? Dungeons? I'm just used to temples because of Zelda. Be careful, Ori. The ground is unstable. Since we can't destroy that yet ourselves. There you go. So the thing we saw just now, Kuro took a sign... Oh, that wasn't really smart at all. But yeah, Kuro took the tree's light, and that's why the forest is all screwed up now. So we have that light right now and that sign, and now we're just gonna find a way to restore the forest to what it was once before. Anno, the spirit that died here, was strong and courageous. Listen to his voice. He was able to focus our light. So each time we see these trees, we should be really happy. I am, at least, because that means new skill. You've learned Charge Flame. To use this ability, hold X to charge, then release X to detonate and damage everything in proximity. So it's basically some AoE skill, which is really nice. And that just explains right away what we can do with this door, of course. We have enough for another explosion. These do take energy cells, so... And each time we get taunted by them, it seems, on the other side of a wall. Oh, 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 oh. That opens up a path for us. Now we can go that way. I just want to check if there was nothing else below here, because we did skip this part because of the... Yeah, see? You found a large spirit light container. Spirit light has been added to your bar. Find more spirit light containers to quickly gain ability points. Really nice. And we have another ability point. Let's see. This brings us back to where we started. I don't think we can go up here yet, right in the middle. I think we need to go back and just go to the right. Find the Ginso tree. No, definitely we can make that. So let's head back. Wall jump really feels like it should be a skill for a little bit later. It's so OP right away. Now, you can be quite a pain. So what I'm gonna do is that. Oh, we didn't get all of them. Definitely can't get there yet. I think it's about time we save, right? I can't hold it. You can fight on top of this thing, but I don't think you can jump and do that. No. Can't do that. Let's do it right now. Oh, we don't have... Alright. In that case, let's spam this. No. Right. This is where we were, where we pulled the lever. Alright, we're in the spider cove something. Which is definitely not my favorite part to be in. I really don't like spiders. Probably like most people, but if you've seen Skyrim from Osira and I, then you probably know that I really hate spiders. Even in games. Oh no. Let's try that again. Right. Oh, that was stupid. That was really stupid. Alright, this is where we saved last, so now we... Can you get that thing, please? Nope. Alright. So yeah, that's why I use charge flame for that. Takes a long time for them to die. But yeah, this is definitely why you want to save a lot, because now I have to do this all again and we're not that far behind, so it's not a big problem, but I gotta remind myself that I gotta keep doing that. Most of these enemies are pretty easy to deal with as long as you keep moving, kind of just run to the right and to the left, keep avoiding their attacks. since we have one. Oh, it's an unsafe zone. Unsafe over here. Luckily I remember that the thing was here, an energy cell. We have 3 of each now, life cells and energy cells, so we're on a good path here. And we do want 4 of these energy cells, right, for these doors to open these shortcuts or new areas. Oh, we've been sitting on this ability point for a while, I think. No use keeping them. I think I'm gonna go for this one. Why not? I think I want, yeah, Ultra Spirit Magnet as soon as we can, because that way we won't have to mind it at all anymore, the pickups. They will just automatically flow to us. Oh no, 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 poison water. So let's say we save now. You can see that restores an life cell, which is really nice. Oh, I jumped right in it. Oh, here we go with the deaths. I do not want to compare it to Dark Souls in any way whatsoever, because that's just nonsense, but in a way that you're gonna die a lot. That's just a fact. There's a lot of trial and error, definitely at the beginning, except for speedrunners maybe. This is another thing that just blocks our way. I do know how to open it, but we can't just yet. I will show you where it is though. Let's not walk into the spiky things. So that thing is over here, and we need a skill that we don't have yet to open those doors up. You can see this one dies already a little bit harder, and that kind of indicates that we don't really need to go here yet. You can kind of feel where you're at your place or when you're not. We can't even make this jump to get up there yet, so when an enemy dies a little bit harder, you kind of already know this is not the path I should take. Get this one. I think these ones only give us some extra experience, right? Yeah, it's not really anything special, but worth getting. Definitely at the start you want all the experience you can get. Same for this area. We don't really need to go here yet, I believe. But let's see if there's just a pickup that we can collect. No, definitely not. If you follow the story of how they told you where everything is on the map. So when I zoom out, Mount Horu was the last one they mentioned. So that's all the way at the top. That's the sort of the fire temple. I kind of feel like you can compare it a little bit to Zelda, where you have these temples that you need to complete in a certain order. Yeah, we need to go back down, not that far down, so that's okay. No. Oh, I saved over here. That's good. Oh yeah, we still need to bring the map stone to its place. I think that was over there. It's good that we died in that case, because I forgot about that. I'm not really used to talking and gaming at the same time. This is the first for me. So I hope I can keep my focus. If I'm quiet, I'm probably focusing really hard. So this is Mount Horu, entrance to the last temple. At least from what I know, right? I don't know anything about what's in the DLC, so I'm just gonna take it in the same order as I did before, I guess, and see what comes on our path. We have another ability that we can take. The enemies aren't that hard yet, so I'm not really focusing too much on attack just yet. So I'm gonna go for map markers, why not? It's really nice to have everything that you can collect shown on the map. Well, not everything, but this way we can at least see what's out there and what it's called. So now we have the map stones on the map. These, let's see, what are they called? Stompable floors. Breakable walls, energy gates, so we at least know now what everything is and where it is. We can see the ancestral trees that we already collected, so that's really nice to have. There's that weird creature again. Oh, we don't have any energy cells. That's a bummer. No, they disappeared. So yeah, we're losing out on a little bit of experience because of that we don't really have the Ultra Spirit Magnet just yet. That's why I want to get it. We could have made that probably, but... So, how does this... compress Y to warp, and then you can choose all the spots. Yeah, I never really did that, so... That's pretty cool actually, but... I don't think we need it. Maybe at the end of it, when we're just gonna collect everything that's left over. Couldn't make it. Oh. Jump, you can barely make it. It's safe, so we don't have to do that again. A Gumon from the Forlorn Ruins. We must follow his step. We must get what he stole. New objective, regain the water vein. And I think that's probably a good spot to stop this episode, guys. I think this was a very good first episode. Next up, we're gonna try to take back that water vein that the Gumon, or the Gumo, it's a Gumon and his name is Gumo, I believe, just stole. That's the key to the first temple over here. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I'm really enjoying playing this game for the second time, and I can't wait to see what the DLC will bring. So thank you so much, guys, and I will see you on the next one.